All right. All right, everyone. Welcome, welcome. This is a very exciting evening here for us as we get closer to the launch. So welcome to our ShoppyShop meeting tonight. You guys are going to meet some experts. But before we do that, I'm going to step out of the way. By the way, if we haven't met yet, my name is Trisha Costa, and I'm the Director of Field Operations. So if you need anything at all, just always feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to help you. But I'm going to pass this on right away tonight. So please help me welcome our founder and CEO. I'm just loving working with this guy. He is a well-known name in the industry. He has participated in network marketing in every single capacity possible as a top earner, as VP, as the person responsible for international expansion. And he's just a great guy. I always say that when people hear from him, I always hear the same thing. I just love this guy. He is awesome. So, and he's a husband, a dad, a grandfather. And so please help me welcome our founder and CEO, Kari Thompson.
Hi, Trisha.
Hello, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me. What a great night. We've got a bunch of people on. You guys should be excited. When it comes around time to launching a company, there's so much that goes into it, and the excitement starts to build. I'll tell you guys that I got up, I think Sunday night at like 2:30 in the morning, and I started thinking about the warehouse deals and how we're going to roll that out. And I got super excited. A couple of reasons for that. One is I've never seen it happen in our industry before. And two, when you do innovative things, it sends a ripple effect through the industry. And a lot of companies will start saying, that's a really great idea. So for all the other companies who are on with us tonight, I want to unofficially welcome you. I hope that you enjoy what you hear tonight because we're here to lead an industry that needs leading. Without further ado, I also actually want to reach out, just say hello to all the leaders who are joining us tonight from all around the world. We built a platform that's very unique. And one thing that I realized over the last, 20 years is that you have to look at the other markets, not as an American company. You have to look at them for the markets that they are, their industry, their GDP. You've got to take that into account when you build a global company. And a lot of companies don't do that. American companies launch American type mentality and they try to appeal to the 3% around the world that can afford them. That's not what we do. We're built for the masses, and I think you're going to be really excited about some of the things that we're going to be offering. Now, tonight, we've got a couple of special guests. We're going to start actually a little bit quicker, Brad. So if you're on there, you've been made a co-host. And what Brad's going to do is he's going to talk about our Shopee travel and perks. And we all know that travel is a really big category in business, especially in direct sales market. And that's one of the reasons why we brought Brad on as a specialist to help us with this category. And the way he's going to explain it, I'm going to kind of just preempt this. The global travel will be available from day one for all of our global markets. So that's a service that you're going to have at your fingertips. And similar services we've seen go from 40 to $100, $120 a month. It's all included in your 995 if you're a global member. If you're a global distributor or team builder, it's even better because there's a lot of value there for you and your team. Now, the travel is broken up into two categories, and Brad will explain it. Global travel for everyone. If you're in the US, though, you're also going to have travel, dining, and discounts. Okay. So there's kind of a split dichotomy there, but the value's huge for everyone. So with that being said, Brad, are you with us? We'd love to bring you on and kind of turn it over to you.
I am. Thanks, Kari. So, yeah, just like Kari mentioned, so what we've built out is we have over 850,000 properties worldwide that are offering net rates, as they call them, and essentially it's the price they're willing to take to fill the vacancy in their properties. And so these rates are really aggressive discounts. You're going to see anywhere from about 20 to 80% off of public rates. And when I say public rates, these are rates that you'd find on Expedia, hotels, Kayak, any of the public price sites. Because it's an exclusive membership, you'll have access to these discounts at pretty severely discounted prices. This is going to also have discounts on car rentals worldwide, as well as excursions and things to do. And then throughout the US and Canada, that's also going to include theme parks. So all your major theme parks. So there's just over 100 theme parks that are currently on our platform. And then that's also going to pull in some additional content. Like Kari mentioned, we've got dining discounts that are in-store deals where you actually can present a digital coupon from your phone, or you could print a coupon from the site at over 50,000 restaurants. You're also going to see shopping and just day-to-day consumer purchases, everything from dry cleaning to discounts on sporting goods and different concerts and events throughout the U.S. and Canada, actually. So a lot of great coverage. Average discount on that U.S. based content is about a 31% discount on those discounts of dining and shopping and recreation. So a lot of great ways to save.
Brad, thanks so much. Look, there's so much to cover here. And I think one of the things we want to point out is that the website is going to be released tomorrow. I was going to announce it at the end, but our website is going to be published tomorrow. And on our website, you're going to be able to dive into the travel portion, and you're going to be able to see more in detail what it envelops. And I think you're going to see it, you're going to be really happy with some of the changes that we've done. But while we got you here, Brad, let's go through a couple of questions, a Q&A if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure.
Travel platform. My experience is travel is huge. It's a huge attraction. It tends to be something that people at work talk about. I hear a lot of people at work talk about sports, but they also talk about their vacations. Can you kind of give us an idea of how long, the type of customer service that will be provided, and maybe even a couple of properties that you see as being the more exciting properties? I'm sure, people want to go to different places, but what do you see that's hot out there? And let's take it from there. So the properties that you see, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So as far as like the properties that are the hot destinations, we get some really aggressive, great discounts internationally at all inclusives. All inclusives are always trying to fill vacancy. So we see some of our deepest discounts in that all inclusive space. Um, Throughout the US and Canada, hot destinations right now, theme park destinations do really well. So we've got a lot of bookings that are taking place in Orlando. Las Vegas is actually really popular for bookings as well. Seasonally, it kind of varies throughout the year, but those two stay pretty constant throughout the year as far as those bookings go. Um, I didn't catch the first question that you had as well.
The other question I had regarding global travel besides the destinations is maybe about your service.
Yeah.
It's great to book a vacation if you can get somebody on the phone to help you. Can you talk about your customer service team? Maybe talk about the languages that are available and the customer service hours.
Absolutely. No, I'm glad you reminded me. Yeah, so the great part with the customer service is it's actually 24/7. So there's never a time that you can't get a live person on the phone. If you've ever booked on a public site like Kayak or Expedia or hotels, it's really hard to get a person to help you out if you have needs a change to your reservation or you need help with anything. Customer service is always there. You can actually talk to a live person. There's also chat features. You can chat if you're more comfortable with that, but there's always going to be someone that's going to be able to pick up the phone and help you. As far as languages go, we currently have English, Dutch, Spanish, French, Chinese, Portuguese, Tagalog, uh, Chinese. Um, there's one more I'm missing in there, but we continue to add to the languages. So that's going to be ever growing. But those are the languages that are currently available.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think I read once, and I kind of believe it. There were 8 languages spoken worldwide, and there's other languages, right? So it sounds like you guys are covering a lot of the languages that are necessary to have a great customer service team. And I love what you talked about 24/7 service, right? You're able to get help on your bookings. Can you talk a little bit about maybe booking it? How hard is it to book? You talked about kayak. If I'm used to kayak and other services like that, is this similar?
Yeah, great question. The thing that we've really tried to do is make it a streamlined process for very simple from a consumer standpoint. We've all probably experienced that frustration from time to time where you start with one price and then you get to checkout and it's a completely different price than you're expecting. We've integrated into the system real price clarity that from the start of a booking you'll be able to see comparison rates. So we pull in comparison rates for hotels, orbits, and Priceline, and you'll be able to see that checkout price on that comparison from the get-go. So as you're comparing what property you want to stay at, you'll be able to see that from the start of what that price is going to be. And booking is as simple as just clicking the property, selecting the room type, and then you're at the checkout page. And so
Wow.
we really try to streamline it. You can get your confirmation text message to your phone as well as email to you, so it makes it really convenient. So you have it on the travel. It makes it really easy for you to get checked in. And then our customer service team, the other thing that's world class that they do is every booking that comes through the platform, as opposed to the public sites, we actually call the property beforehand and confirm that the room type was carried across correctly, and that the price was done correctly, and that the room is available. So there should never be a time that you go to check in and something was crossed along that path. We double check that to make sure that it's the best customer service experience for you.
That's great to hear. Could you talk about the company that, the service being provided? How many years? Is it a new company? I know the answer. That's why I'm asking this
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
And I was
yeah.
really impressed when I heard how many years you guys have been doing this. Would you mind sharing that?
Yeah, absolutely. So our company's been in business since 1984, so just over 40 years. I've personally been with the company for about 20 years now.
Wow.
Our average tenure of our employees, when we've got about 120 employees on staff, is about 10 years. So great company. People stick around because we do things right.
What really excites me about that is just seeing some of the travel companies that have been in our space over the last 15 years. You guys have been around for a long time. You've got a large staff. You're covering all the language that you discussed, right? You've got a great global reach. Can you kind of tell me what people tend to, the experience that maybe a family might expect to have? You make the booking, you show up there, you guys are confirming it for them. Are you seeing any kind of trends that are, I don't want to say trends. What would you say is the happiness factor, if I might add, of a typical vacation, things that you guys get on your feedback?
Yeah, just ease of use. From personal experience, I use our travel booking platform all the time. I've done multiple family travels, from taking my kids to the theme parks in Orlando to we actually just got back from doing the Oregon coast, and we stayed at a couple properties there. And really, just the ease of knowing that I'm not going to have an awkward check-in. Sometimes you get that late flight in. My example of going into Orlando, we arrived late. Kids were tired. I was ready to call it a night, and it was just that peace of mind of knowing that I was going to be able to go in, that everything was going to flow smoothly. I just check-in process was simple. I didn't have to worry about them not having my confirmation or in my room type correctly, and I've never had any problems. I've stayed probably about 40 different places on our travel platform, and
And you're
great.
just doing your job.
Yeah, that's the great part.
Okay, one of the questions, I'm just scanning some of the questions coming on because some of our members are asking, sometimes when you check into hotels, there's all these hidden fees.
Mhm.
What's your experience with that and what should we expect?
Yeah, great question. So again, back to the transparency. If a property is going to charge like a property fee, like for parking as an example, a great example of that is Las Vegas. Las Vegas almost always has some kind of resort fee with your booking. We'll actually list that price, so when you check out, you'll know what that's going to be when you show up to the property. We don't charge that on when you're making the booking with us, but we want that transparency to be there. So where we can, we always try to make that apparent, so you can go into it with your eyes open and knowing
I,
what the cost
Thank
is.
you. I really love that. I love going back home to Honolulu, and it's like Vegas, man. The parking's so hard to come by, and I'm like paying $50 a night, and I'm like, what? So if we
Yeah,
don't budget that, we run into that. So I really appreciate the fact that you guys are very transparent. It's up on the site, right? And so that people understand the cost, the real cost that are going to be involved in that. Um, a couple other questions for the US. So your service as a service provider, involves global travel for the whole world. There are a few exceptions, right? There are a few companies that we've talked about, and these will probably be listed on the site. They will be listed on the site of countries that, for different reasons, good reasons, we can't provide a service at this time. Outside of that, I want to talk about specifically in the US, where we talk about the dining and discounts. One of the things I've talked about in some of these Zooms, when we were interfacing with your company early on to provide this service, our front end developer, I don't know if you remember this, Brad, but he pulled up his cell phone and he goes, "Wait a minute, are you these guys? Do you remember that?"
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
held up his cell phone and there were apps of restaurants. And he said, "Wait a minute, are you these guys? And by the way, I use this app all the time. I save like 40 to $60 a month just on all the restaurants in the US." And after that, he actually texted me after the first meeting with you and he said, "Cowrie, if you guys are offering just this service for the 995 access, you're way ahead of value." And for me, that was really exciting because that's what we're trying to do is provide value. And I'm going to tell you guys, and Tricia isn't joking, there are companies that charge between 40 to $120 and more for this exact same service. And then they take you to convention and drain you for another 400 bucks. We're not all about that. 995 gives you access the dining and discounts in the US and global travel abroad. And we're going to announce global cruises coming as well and that's a different program that we're adding on, but it's coming. So, Brad, yeah, I didn't want you to panic. We're not announcing that you guys have global cruises, but you're very good at what you do. And that's one of the things that we're interested in ShoppyShop. We're looking for service partners that have the experience, that are very good at what they do, so that there's real value in what we offer. So this app, when you pull on, you bring up the app as a member of ShoppyShop, you get this. And I've seen his app and I've seen it. You scroll through and there's restaurants after restaurant in the US with the amount of discounts that you get. But I was also surprised to see that there are lots of box stores in there as well, places where you can shop and get discounts. So for the US team, right, you're not just getting global travel, you're getting an amazing potpourri, if I can say that word. I've always wanted to say that word on a Zoom. You're getting an amazing potpourri of restaurants and store discounts along with that. We know our Savers app's going to save you money. Now we're adding travel, dining, and discounts to that. And for those of you who are out of the US, I just want to tell you, um, we want to provide more services, but the global travel alone, we think is going to be an absolute home run for you. So that being said, Brad, I'm going to give you just one more minute, maybe to make maybe just some bullet points. You talked about them a little bit earlier. People, I'm sure, love your service. Can you share with us, maybe off the top of your head, a couple of testimonials or one or two testimonials that you get from families and just so we can get more excited about everything?
Yeah, to your point of the savings that's available outside of travel. I know we've talked a lot about the travel side of things. For those that are in the U.S., that additional discount content, especially in the dining category, is very valuable. Something as simple as we pull in just average savings for our deals, and we've done some like calculators where you can put in some general purchases that consumers are making and get an estimate as to how much you can save on an annual basis. Something as simple as buying a pizza once a week for your kids and using the discount platform, you can save well over $300 just
Wow.
just from weekly buying a pizza for the kids and using the platform. When you start doing all the other just things that we're all doing anyways, like getting an oil change in your vehicle, going to the movies a couple times a month, just basic things that we're all doing as consumers, and just using the discount content and not even changing behavior that we're already doing, but just using the discount content for those behaviors. It's really easy to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on an annual basis. We see groups that are seeing a lot of success from a saving mechanism, that they're able to really stretch their dollar nowadays, which everybody's looking to do.
I love it. And this is for families all around the world for the global travel and in the US for the dining and the discounts. Brad, thanks for being a guest tonight. We look forward to having you back in maybe a month or so as we start having travel experiences. We're going to be having testimonials on. And for those of you guys who are joining us, we're not a travel company. We are a membership, a shopping membership company. Travel is one of our categories. So there's other categories where you're going to get immense amount of value. Brad, with that being said, I want to thank you again for joining us. We'll have you back in a bit, and we're going to move on to our next guest. So thanks so much, Brad.
Thanks, everyone.
With that being said, hey Tricia, if you could pull up our next guest, I'm going to do my best to do an introduction. We came across a service a few months ago, and when I first heard about it, and I heard some of the rates or what their value proposition was, we were very impressed with the services that they offered. And I know that Lyle and is it Patrick tonight? Um, that they have an amazing
So
service
Brian,
that they're going to share with us. Yeah, they're going to
sorry,
share with us. So let's turn it over to Lyle. Lyle, are you there?
yep, I'm here, and Brian will handle the switchback if you want to give him controls. But thank
All
you for
right.
doing this. We were just texting back and forth with each other. What a quality group you have. We're just, you can see the people on there. They're asking questions. I mean, I see 38 questions in there. So what an exciting opportunity and company you're building right now. That's awesome.
Thank you, Lyle. And likewise, we're excited about the value that you guys are bringing in. So ShoppyShop is bringing in this, we call it ShoppyDoc, right?
Right.
And if you don't mind, Brian, if you're going to share with us, please feel free to start and maybe go over the bullet points. Or did you have a video for us?
Yep.
Okay, great. We've got a video. So Brian, if you're a host, co-host, if you'd like to start your video, that'd be awesome.
All the bankruptcies done in America, 66.5% are due to medical bills, according to American Journal of Public Health. Out of those people that filed bankruptcies, 72% of the time they had health insurance.
The number one cause of bankruptcy in America is healthcare costs.
Highlighting deep, deep anger and frustration with U.S. healthcare, a system that includes high costs, denials of care, and the perceived exploitation of patients.
So why do they inflate the cost so much? It's because they play a shell game with the insurance company.
Our healthcare system's not broken. It's rigged. And we're the ones fitting the f***ing bill.
You've just heard voices from both inside and outside the healthcare world. They're not wrong. The truth is, most Americans have been sold a lie. We're told that health insurance equals security. That if we just pay our $1,500 a month, we'll be protected. But when the moment comes and we actually need care, that safety net has holes. Big ones. Let's talk about who this hurts most. The 60 million Americans who do not have health coverages or those who have a deductible so high, they'll never access their care. This includes self-employed professionals, real estate agents, freelancers, contractors, and anyone working independently. Frankly, it also includes Americans who are covered but are sick of being robbed by health insurance companies. Many of them pay between $1,000 and $2,000 per month for insurance with sky-high deductibles and unpredictable coverage. They often avoid going to the doctor entirely because they know that even with insurance, they'll be stuck with hundreds of dollars in bills. For them, insurance isn't protection, it's pressure. And when something serious happens, the illusion of coverage crumbles. They're hit with bills they didn't expect, paperwork they can't understand, and stress that never seems to end. There's a shift happening, and you're probably already feeling it. It's not just frustration with the system, it's an awakening. People are done being preyed on by health insurance corporations. Done being told what's covered and what isn't. Done being afraid to get care. They want something better. That demand, it's called transparent healthcare. And it's not just an idea, it is a public movement. Transparent healthcare is the call for clarity, simplicity, and honesty. It means knowing what you pay, why you pay it, and what you get. It means no more surprise bills, no more denials, no more confusion, and New Way Healthcare is the company answering that call. So how does New Way Healthcare actually work? It's a membership, not insurance. And it's built for the 21st century. You get no copays, no deductibles, over 800 prescriptions included at no added cost, free shipping directly to your home, unlimited virtual care, urgent care, primary care, mental health, dermatology, and more, even when you're out of town, even on vacation. And it costs $99 a month for individuals, or $159 a month for families up to 6. That's it. No hidden costs, no paperwork. Appointments are usually same day or even within the hour. You can skip the traffic of driving around town, avoid the waiting rooms filled with sick people, and speak with a provider from the comfort of your home. And here's a fact most people don't know. While there are over 4,000 medications available in the United States, more than 90% of prescriptions filled come from just over 800 medications. New Way includes those most commonly used 815 prescriptions for no additional cost. This is healthcare that actually makes sense. Now let's talk about the big question. How much risk am I taking by switching? It's a fair question, but let's look at the real risk. With traditional insurance, you're paying huge premiums every month, hoping you don't have to use it. But when you do, surprise costs, denials, red tape, and weeks of waiting. With New Way, you pay for what you actually use, and you put what you would have spent on insurance into your own savings, or HSA. You keep the money, not the insurance company. When emergencies hit, you have cash on hand. And New Way is building partnerships to help in those bigger moments. Let's make a clear comparison. Andrea and her family pay $1,872 per month for health insurance. That's $22,464 per year. Her family of 5 sees doctors about 4 to 5 times a year each. With a $125 copay per visit, they spend another $2,500 annually. Their prescription costs total $512 per year. That brings the running total to $25,476. But they also have a $7,500 deductible. When their daughter needed an emergency ankle surgery, they had to pay that deductible out of pocket before insurance paid anything. And even after that, insurance only covered part of it. Andrea's family was still responsible for 20% of the remaining hospital costs. When all is said and done, their yearly healthcare costs came to $31,764. Now, compare that to New Way Healthcare. The membership costs $159 a month for a family of 6. That's $1,908 a year. All their daily care, mental health, dermatology, urgent care, and prescriptions are included. For the same ankle surgery, the hospital would have billed insurance $11,897. But with New Way Healthcare's partnerships, they would have paid a cash rate of $5,463. So what would have been the full year cost with New Way for Andrea's family? $7,371. That's a savings of $24,393 in just 1 year. After switching, Andrea and her family now put their $1,700 of monthly savings into a bank account, so that if a health emergency does happen, they have the cash funds to pay for it. Can you imagine the freedom you could feel when you are saving money and don't feel tangled in the health insurance red tape? And if you're not currently covered by health insurance, this will make getting care easy and affordable. This is how independent professionals, contractors, and even small business owners are protecting themselves. They're choosing control over confusion. They're not just cutting costs, they're reducing stress and taking their power back. You've heard the truth. You've seen the numbers, and now it's your turn. You don't need to keep playing by rules written to take from you. New Way Healthcare is not a patch. It's a new foundation. Real care. Honest pricing, no copays, no deductibles, and real people standing behind it. It's time to stop waiting. Go to newwayhealthcare.com. That's NUWAY healthcare.com. Or click the link below and activate your membership. The sooner you switch, the sooner you save. New Way Healthcare. It's not insurance, it's better.
Terrific. Thanks for sharing that, Lyle. So I see a bunch of questions popping up. Maybe you could go over, or Brad, excuse me, Lyle or Brian, maybe you guys could go over just basically about your company, where you guys operate, and maybe some of the general questions that you typically get.
Wow, you're currently muted, bud.
All right, sorry about that. I said, unlike Brad, we only have English and Spanish. We don't have all those other languages. So anyway, basically what New Way did was a few years ago, we all worked independent. We've all been in sales or self-employed or had owned small businesses. We had about 300 sales reps. We could never get them. We could never get them insurance. And if we could get it, it wasn't affordable. It wasn't something that people could pay. This year alone in 2026, the cheapest it's going to increase for everyone is 14%. I mean, there may be more, but 14%. So we just started saying something's got to be done about it. And so we started looking at how can we change it? How can we, not we're not going to change everything at once, but people can change it a little at a time. And so we said, let's do the best we can. Let's go ahead and try and create something. So we created a new way with the idea that just think about it for a minute. So if your insurance like mine was is $1,800 a month on August 1st, and you go the whole month and nothing happens to you, you spend $1,800 on healthcare that month. Same thing the next month. So if you're a healthy person, you go all year, you have a copay, you have a deductible, you have all these out-of-pocket expenses that they come up with. Very few people actually use their entire insurance. They don't pay their copay off, so they really paid cash, but they spent $20,000 just making sure they're covered. So that's our number one question is what happens if I do something? Because we're talking about healthcare, and there are things like medical care. So if you break a leg or you're in a car accident, those things are covered. Usually the cash price is better than the insurance price. And so we teach people to ask for cash price. We have a partner that has no negotiated cash prices all around the country. So we have those covered. We have a partner that you can get critical care if you want an addition. But most people are starting to realize that 90% of what happens to the same things happen to all the same families. It's the earaches, it's the cold, the sore throat, the viruses that you get. All that's covered. So you have unlimited virtual care. I can pull up a little, if we have time, Kari, I can pull up a little
Sure.
video, or not a video, but a little PowerPoint to show you. But basically what we've done is said, let's pay for what we need right now. Let's pay for what people use on a daily basis. And then we'll set up something that will pay for the other if it happens to you. Only 6% of the people in all of the insurance across the country actually use their deductible and pay more. So that means 94% of the people are just paying cash in and not getting very much back. We call that functionally, you're insured, but you're functionally uninsured because you're not really using your insurance. Brian, you want to
Makes
add?
sense.
I've been answering questions in the chat, but yeah, there's no pre-existing conditions you got to worry about. There's no red tape. If you need help, you get help. And I made the switch really, really fast, and it was just something that made a huge, huge difference in my family's life. We get on the phone with a doctor more often now. It's kind of like having a best friend that is a doctor. You can get on the phone with a doctor in a few minutes, as opposed to waiting forever. So it's been a godsend for us when we've needed help for our kids, and it's been great. So yeah.
Am I sharing my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the crisis in America. Gallup poll shows that 70% of Americans believe healthcare system is broken. There's usually two old ways: traditional insurance, which is Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Kaiser. You can get health shares. This is different. This is a health membership. It's like Costco or Netflix, but for health, right? So you sign up, you're part of it. Uh, prepaid healthcare, another way to look at it. And so let me just see if I can skip real quick here. Here's what a health membership is. Basically, it's a subscription-based service offering convenient, high-quality healthcare, but for a monthly fee, not a premium. Here's what you get. You get unlimited virtual primary care, unlimited virtual urgent care, behavioral health, counseling, wellness services, weight loss programs, condition specific, all with your membership. And one of the things that everybody loves is 815, as it said in the video, 815 of the most commonly written prescriptions are absolutely free. You don't ever
Wow.
pay for them again. They just come with the membership. And I'll
Jeez.
go really quick. We have a family plan, we have individual plan, and we have just a prescription plan. $99 for the plan for individual, $159 for a family of up to six. If you look right here at the bottom, the family of six, you can add your parents, grandparents, or additional children for just $25 a month. And then there's a prescription plan that's just $49. What's great for you guys is through a ShoppyShop, you're going to have ShoppyDoc. It's going to offer all these things. They're going to get $10 off on the 159, so they'll get it for 149. They'll get it for $90 and for $45. So that's going to be
That's
great.
awesome.
Those 800 scripts are free. So, um, no,
Well, I love it. And we've got to move on a little bit, but guys, this information will be on our site. And once you opt in, if you decide to opt in, you're going to enter New Way's world. So one of the questions I saw was, how can I share an affiliate link and get paid. Well, here's what we're going to tell you. That money, that affiliate money is all going in the tree. Okay. We're not keeping it as a company. It's going in the tree for you guys. So if you share this service, this new way of healthcare, you're going to be compensated for that in our compensation plan. And so I hope you guys are excited about that. We really looked at that and we thought we want to provide a great service, but we also, whenever money's exchanged, somebody should get paid, right? And we want that to be you. So we're very excited about that. Lyle and Brian, I want to thank you guys for jumping on and kind of giving us a quick overview. We're going to leave you guys for now, and we'll surely invite you back in a few weeks as our guest. The service, as I understand, is only available in the US. Is that correct?
Right. For right now, yes. Yes.
Okay. So, guys, right now it's just in the US. So, if you're global, you might think, well, I'm really excited, but we'll see what we can do as far as other markets. But we've got to start somewhere. And we thought that this would be a really great service to be able to provide and a value that you guys will
So,
enjoy.
Kari, one thing real quickly. So in the US, but obviously we have the highest price for our Medicare or
We
medical
do.
care. But anybody coming into the United States that's coming for a month or 2 months or 6 months, they can buy this plan from you, right? Because it's month to month. There's no contract. So they come in, now they can call a doctor, they can get prescriptions while they're here. They don't have to worry about because their care is at home, right? So when they come in, so anybody on the travel coming in, so there's other things. We'll help you with it as we get it up and going, but I think you'll find people are very excited about this.
Yeah.
Saving
I
money.
love the video, by the way. I thought the video did a great job of explaining the value behind it. And honestly, I think as anybody who pays, you got you got home insurance, you got health insurance. Health insurance is the big one. You got car insurance, man. If you have a teenager like I do, you're paying $200 extra every single month, right? So we really appreciate and love the work that you guys are doing. To our members and who are with us tonight, this is just one of the current six categories that we offer. We did travel today. Now we're doing this health services. The other categories are there. We're actually adding on two more categories in a week or two. And those two new categories are global, right? They're for everyone. So we're excited about that. So, Brian, Lyle, thanks for joining us tonight. We look forward to having you guys back soon. All right, let's pick up a little bit here. We normally don't keep these presentations very long. I think the point that I really want to hone in on is that ShoppyShop is a membership buying club. And when we came up with that concept, we really are versatile. So a lot of companies or their travel companies or their cosmetic companies or their health and wellness, we are all of them, but we're all unified. When you go on our website tomorrow, when it launches, you're going to see that we're not a company with a bunch of different, looks like a discombobulated company. We're very purposeful in our design. All of it is part of ShoppyShop. It's all part of your shopping experience. And so, of course, you guys know I mentioned this. Tomorrow we'll be taking our site public. The URL is www.shoppyshop.com. We're going to put it up sometime in the afternoon. You'll see it pop up. You won't be able to sign up though. The sign up button is inactive for a reason. We just wanted to preview that site out there for you guys to review it. And I think that if you look at the site and the value, feel free to share the link so you can show people, hey, ShoppyShop's getting ready to launch. Here is their company, and here's the services that they provide. If you go through this site, I'm sure you're going to see the value. It's definitely there. Lastly, tonight, when is our go live date? We're targeting Thursday. It looks good, okay? It still looks good. We got some great news today, and we're anxious to launch. We're really anxious to do this. And I think just from what I'm seeing, the industry needs something. It needs something to happen to it. I want to close by just sharing a quick story. Back in 2007, my wife and I had built a really large business from our kitchen table, and our business was in like 22 countries. We're really having a great time with it. We thought it would never end. We're so excited about what we had. But of course, the recession hit in 2008. And when that recession hit, Our product wasn't a product that people needed, right? People needed to buy milk, they needed to buy gas, and my company died, right? It just did because of the recession, along with a lot of other businesses at the time. We're building something special here. After you pay if you're a member, you're $9.95 out of pocket every month, and you can cancel at any time. You're going to get all these service sectors, providers for you. We just shared two of them tonight, right? The other two that we're going to share are global, and there's no additional cost on the other two that we're going to share. They're part of the 995. The point that I'm making is that my business died in 2008 because there wasn't enough value behind our product. We had an exotic hero product that we had to bring doctors on to sell it, right? Why are you guys charging this much for this? Well, it's an exotic product and it's rare, blah, blah, blah. We are the opposite of that. We are a shopping club designed for average, everyday people with incredible prices. If you're into skincare, we're going to launch K Beauty, and our prices are going to shock you when they come out of how affordable they are. If you've looked at K Beauty in the direct sales industry, these guys are paying 2 to 3 times more than they should be. We're very excited about that. If you like health and wellness, we're going to be launching in this winter, fall or winter, with our health and wellness line, our same concept. No huge margins. We want to lower them, but provide enough there for our distributors to be able to build a great business. Our pricing, wholesale for members, retail for non-members, and you're going to love what we have. So that being said, it's coming. We're just about there, you guys. Just a couple of, more sunsets, we hope. It looks really good. When we launch this thing, I don't know who's more excited, our members or the other companies who are trying to find out what they're going to be doing next. We're very excited about leading, and we don't, honestly, you guys, we don't look at other companies. We're eyes forward on what we do. We're innovators, we're visionary in our approach. Let them follow, let us lead. You're at the right place, and I think you're going to love what 995 can buy you, including all the ranks, even the highest rank in the comp plan. You'll never spend more than 995 to qualify for your check. It's all included. So that being said, Trish, I'm going to turn it back to you to close this out. Thanks for having us tonight, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. This was awesome. Tomorrow morning, we have our Q&A. So I know we had so many questions popping up. It's hard to answer all the questions in one of these Zooms. Because if we do, we'll be here all night. So tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 a.m. Central, we'll do a Q&A. So if you guys have questions, I'm there for an hour and 15 minutes. You can come and go as you please. It's an open house, basically. So hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. It's always fun to see you on Wednesday nights and, get to know you. We have a lot of fun on the Q&As. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Super excited about what we're doing here with ShoppyShop, and it's almost to go time. It's getting really excited. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank
Good night.
you.
Bye, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Bye, Arrington.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
Brett.
you. Thank
Jimmy.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Trish.
Bye. Is that Lena?
Bye, Trisha.
Let's go. Thank
Ashley.
you, Trisha. Thank you, guys. Let's
That's
go.
Luis. I know everybody's voices. I'm like, that's Luis. Followed by Ashley.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Have a great night. Bye, Jeremy.